37 on the air. That is the way. All right, we are on DAO Call 37 for this year. Welcome everyone, and thanks for joining. I see a very why do we have so many famous people in the audience today? What's happening? Did we promise? Did we promise anything for today? I don't know. Anyway, calendar link is different from last week and different from the one on Discord. Humpty, on which calendar invite are you though? Because the one that I send out, it's
Stella, I think there might be some caches because I was on the wrong one. And then, yeah, exactly, Humpty, I was on the wrong one. But then I refreshed my calendar and then it had the right one. But initially it loaded the old one. So that's, I don't know when you change things, but it's probably
last week.
Well, now it has the right one. But like 5 minutes ago, I posted a message. I don't know if you see it. And then the one on Discord, I would have to check where it's coming from. We have the event section at the top of Discord. So maybe that's the... no, it's the right one now. So yeah. I guess there is some cache somewhere.
I don't know. Yes. I did it all last week. So I was surprised when at first people weren't joining. I was like, where are the guys? Okay, anyways, let's investigate. If it's happening next week again, I guess we need to figure out where that wrong link is coming from. But
Humpty, when you say recurring calendar, you mean the Google Calendar link or some other place? Because we want to make sure that we don't miss anyone.
Yeah, Google.
Okay, I'm gonna look at this closely because it looks like it's the right one now. But I'll oh no, it's not. Oh, so strange. All right, I'll take care of this. Ignore me. While Stella speaks, I'll take care of this.
While I speak, okay, I will be speaking, and also in case you guys missed what. Wait, how can I share this link though? Here we go. Okay, in case you were missing out on what Will was speaking about, this is the link to his event. So in case you feel in the mood and you have some time tomorrow, then I suggest you join his event, because Julian and I, we will get our tickets withdrawn because we cannot come. They will expire. But maybe you guys can make it and you won't be having an expired ticket. You will have a full ticket. Anyways, all right. So honestly, today is going to be a rather short call ahead of us, I think, because I posted an event in our weekly calls channel. There's essentially two important things for this week. One is our friend Tibor, the design iconoclast, has actually applied for his integration idea with Unlock for the EAS attestations to give ETH. And has gone to extreme lengths to get it verified and everything. So really great job on that note. Too bad he cannot be here, but I think his kid is still sick. And also reasons for celebration, I think, because I jumped through every hoop possible with Give ETH and Gitcoin. And I got us very and eligible for gift bags, if I'm not mistaken. Let me quickly check.
Stella's rugging. Stella is rugging. Sorry, Stella, get better internet or kill your video.
Yeah, it's not fun getting internet. I already have the best one you can buy with money here.
I think Stella is an LLM at this point. Yes, but you speak like a robot. You're an LLM.
That's funny.
Wait, normally when that happens, we have two Stellas. So let's give it a minute, and then she'll rejoin from another thing, and then we'll have two Stellas. I think we're winning in the end, right? Yes. I mean,
Agentic Stella, Julian, what would that look like?
Take care for sure. But then I don't know. While she's away, actually, I have some interesting news. I would love for her to hear that. But she's back. Well, Farcon Europe is interested in using Unlock for tickets, and so I'm going to send them to the chat so they can do this. Stella, you missed my announcement, but please welcome back.
Actually, I didn't. I think I entered right at the right point.
Damn
so,
it.
FarCon Europe?
Yep.
Yes?
Yep.
When?
FarCon Rome in May 2026.
Okay.
So
In
Limone,
Rome.
yes, Limone messaged me, limone.eth. Okay, he responded, would love to catch up and learn how to best set up ticketing given the event logistic we want to accomplish. So I'll schedule maybe a call with him, and then maybe I'll invite you, Stella, or somebody else if anybody else wants to be part of that call.
Yeah, I'm happy to. Just
Cool.
invite me. Cool. That's awesome. Good. Yeah. Cool. That's really great news. Good job. Good job, Julian.
I mean, I didn't
So
have.
that I understand the event better, FarCon is a conference for Farcaster heads, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And back to you, Stella. Since you're back, I think you take back the microphone.
Okay. Okay, I will. Okay, sorry. Good. This is awesome. So anyways, please, if you can, support both projects. If you cannot donate money, that's totally fine. But then please make some posts on your social media so we can carry this wide and far. I also put both links in the weekly calls channel, so in case you're looking for them. We are also making obviously a lot of posts about it. We also published, and so I apologize for that, Will, because technically you would have been the next spotlight. So I apologize for that. But because we were, there was some, timing problems with waiting another month for the spotlight on Thibault. This is why we gave him preference, but technically yours would have been the next, so I apologize for that.
No apology necessary. For the Giveth, I saw a signal from you this week. I briefly looked at it. So is the emphasis around the Giveth project so that it can get classified as a public good and therefore givebacks eligible, vouching for it through Giveth on DVouch or directly on the platform?
Yeah, so there is a two-step process. So one was we needed at least 3 people to vouch for us, which has happened. This is how we got verified on GiveEth. The second part is I applied for us a huge ass form for give back eligibility, which means that if people donate, they get a certain sum of their tokens back in give backs, right? Which is nice. So yeah, I think it would be cool to have. I tried my best in the application, made it also pretty transparent on how I applied for it. So that if we don't get elected, then or granted that additional perk, then at least we can go back to what I handed in and we can maybe revise and see what has gone wrong in that application that we are not eligible. Because
Well, yeah, so based on my experience, if I can interject here and add a little more context here. So in order to become givebacks eligible, you have to have provability in your application that you are a true public good by the dictionary definition, meaning you are non-rivalrous and fully inclusive. As long as you meet those criteria, you should have no problems getting givebacks eligible and to be classified by Giveth, which is one of the most stringent evaluators in the public goods ecosystem, as a true public good.
Honestly, like I leave this to Julian, but I think nothing speaks against us being an entirely public good, especially if you're phrasing it the way you just did. So
right, and I would agree with that. And I've experienced, and I know people at the Giveth team intimately. So if I can leverage any of my influence for the consideration, just let me know.
Please.
Hopefully you've already opened a ticket inside their Discord for the evaluation process. If you haven't, then that's the next step.
Okay, then I have to do that. I don't even have their GiveEth Discord, I think.
I can get you. I'll get you in.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Because that would be cool because I heard back the following from them. Oh, also I have one more update actually, now that I think about this. So I apply now for GitCon announcing GitCon, la la la. David, me, okay. So, no, this was an announcement email. Sorry, I'm trying to find the right Gitcoin email out of the hundreds of, I feel, emails that I got from them. Oh no, it was just like, okay, Givey saying that we are verified officially. So first they confirmed us, then they verified us. Okay, so on the other stuff, I'm still waiting. So getting in the Discord is probably then, like Will said, is the best next step in that process. And yeah, please share, talk to people about it, make them aware that they can donate, right? Like obviously, Ceci, Jonathan, and myself, we're doing our best. But the more volume we get behind this, the better it's going to be for us. Also, it's a little bit of a bummer that for some reason who here is working on a Windows computer and can tell me where screenshots get stored?
So on Windows 11, at least I know, there is a snipping tool that you can do screenshots with. You can do static images or video, and then you can either save them
saves
as
it in your picture folder in screenshots. There's a folder under pictures called screenshots. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, there's that too. Sorry, I was going the long way around.
Because we had another call today with the Treasure Corp guys. And I don't know if you remember this from a few weeks ago, but essentially it's it's a tooling platform that allows you to start keeping efficiently track of what flows into your treasury and what goes out of your treasury. And so I have a bit of a request because I saw something that made me potentially very happy, and I want to be sure if I can be very happy about this. So I took a screenshot from the dashboard that they're developing right now for us to test their tool. Specifically, like it will be very much, it will be transparent for everyone, but Andrew will keep close eyes on this. He also had the first call with them. So I don't know if you see my screen share here on the side, the one thing that hopefully isn't blurry and like making you feel nauseated. It says Itchy Vault LP, and it's transferring regular amounts of dollar to us. So I'm wondering, because I recently looked at the ApeMont dashboard, we're actually starting to pick up on that, believe it or not. We started to sell 42% of the token through them, okay? So the second strategy actually did work, it seems. I don't need to tell you guys, market is volatile, everything is a fucking mess, but somehow we will survive this, okay? That's the point here, okay? That's my indication that I take from this, only the positive vibes. So yeah, anyways, I saw this on the board today, and I would like it if like Danny is still around, or Julian, or both of you could go in and confirm that we are receiving these funds and that they're actually coming from where they're supposed to come from. Because if that's the case, that is what our vault is doing for us, right? It's generating yield for us on the bonds that people are buying. I think at least, like if I correctly understood this is what's happening, which means, yeah, you should. I mean, yeah, good point. Let me get you that somewhere in the chat. And also, okay, a lot of Julian comments. Trust in Bill, fully, in the clouds. That's where it all is, all the time. Better very late than never. Yeah.
Wait. You're making fun of me here. I can put context. Will was... Sure. The first thing is I will trust Will on this. I fully trust Will on this was when he was discussing the Giveth thing, right? Then the in the cloud is like, we're asking, where are my pictures? And the answer to this is always in the cloud. That's where it is all the time. Then the better very late than never is when you announce to us, which, miraculously, Itchy Vault is working. So better very late than never. And then the next comment is crypto is where nothing ever happens when you expect it to happen. I think that's true at this point. I mean, it's been about 10 years for me, and I can't think of anything truer than this. And then the final thing is I'm not sure I have access to the Itchy Vault dashboard. But anyway, I'm not going to comment anymore on the message if you make fun of me.
No, I think it's lovely when you do that. So sorry that I'm such a shenanigan person sometimes. I'm sorry. Okay, take a look at this. So this is our 8-bond board, right? So if you go on like Apon and you connect to the app token, this is what you'll see. Well, not exactly that because I put some money in there. And this is what we sold so far. So that looks tremendously better than the last time we checked. The last time we checked, we were at like 3% sales. Okay, so this is so much better. And I need to ask specifically for the Itchy Vault, but honestly, it should be somewhere on this dashboard. I'm just very confused by dashboards and forms. But it should be somewhere. I will find it for you and then we can look at this. But essentially, yeah, from what I understand, this is really coming from the Itchy Vault, which means we already, in the last few days, we made, a few $1,000s, which is absolutely better than nothing. Absolutely better than nothing. So there is that little positive, remark. And what else do I have here? And also welcome, Yongs. Long time no see. Okay, let's see. So yeah, actually I think Jilt is in Europe. So for her, it might be really cool to go to FarCon next year. That would be super cool. Okay, biggest news, I guess, is on the whole DevConnect preparation front. So Stacey also says, sorry, she cannot come. There was an emergency in her building today. And also, I don't know if you knew this, but last weekend there were like elections here in Bolivia. Also, like the Peruvian president just was actually female president was thrown off her throne, and now we have that in a mess too. So for us, it's almost like a weekly news story. It's nothing fancy, right, if that happens. But anyways, the elections on Sunday, they turned the winds in Bolivia. And since Ceci runs a project that's called Tu Voto Decide, which is like very much about, blockchain and voting verification and all of that, obviously she's very involved in that too. So she was very busy on the weekend and, even yesterday with her team, because, now they want the verification that they got offered before, right? It's really hard to do this pastime. But anyway, she's holding up nicely as she usually does. In the meantime, we have also started to work on a merchandise for DevConnect. That's another thing I wanted to show you because DevConnect is always like how it goes, right? These things always pop up faster than you imagine they would. So if you do not mind, please check out this channel here. It's the Member Relations and Governance channel, because eventually the merch store will also be part of, like that section. And so you can see some of the merch that we have already cooking. It will become actually regular merch in the merch store. This is why these graphics look already like a little bit more polished, because the idea is that we use them on products. We also spoke today in a marketing meeting about how we want to make use of the merch during DevConnect. So what's the plan, right? What do people need to do? So we're thinking about designing a little bit of a quest for people to, mint a product, take part in a raffle. So we're trying to really go crazy. Sorry, you cannot see me make all of these motions with my hands right now, but we're really trying to go crazy on the different use cases that we want to show people and have people interact with. And they start very simple by just, for example, they get a cabin crew button if they join the Discord and mint the membership NFT, right? That's the easiest form to interact. We have 100 of those buttons. If necessary, I can order more, but that's the easiest one. Then the next step is, stuff like mint a collection of mini use case buttons. So we have these, let me show you, we have these like mini buttons that I just ordered, these ones, and each of them showing like one of our use cases right from the dashboard. So people can essentially collect those by minting like the 4 different products that they will come with, or NFTs with Unlock. And then, if they get lucky and they get one of the cute buckets hats, which are reversible, then, they can pin the buttons to that hat, right? So it's kind of like quest and collect, I think, is probably the best way of putting it. But so yeah, that is also happening, and there's a million other things happening all the time, of course, but those are the most ones that I wanted to talk to you about today. Anything else from anyone else's side? Julian already spoiled the goodies, but maybe someone else has some goodies to spoil.
Also a cool thing to show you guys, and maybe,
Cool.
2 seconds, 2 minutes, 1 minute. You guys know what Coinage is, right? Coinage Media. That's
Yes.
an online, it's a publication about crypto, and they've been using Unlock for some stuff left and right for the last few years, and they have a challenge. They have a legacy, if you want, membership token that is not using Unlock on Ethereum mainnet, but they realize it sucks and they want to use Unlock, but they don't know how to migrate. And so what they ask us to build, which I did, yes, these ones, Stella, is a mechanism where people can mint an NFT on Base, a network, and then receive another NFT from a different contract on Ethereum mainnet. And actually, we built this for them. I don't know if you guys follow. I'm going to try to find the link and I can share here. Yes, here. You don't have to get one. It's pretty pricey, but the main idea here is they created a membership using Unlock, obviously, and they actually even priced it with their own social coin, which is called Coinage. So they have their own currency called Coinage. If you buy one of these NFTs on Base, the Lock smart contract actually uses a special hook. We talked about hooks many times here, to call Ethereum mainnet. So basically, it sends a message all the way to Ethereum mainnet,
cool,
and then distributes an NFT from a different contract, not an Unlock contract, but a different contract of pre-minted NFTs. That's actually a very cool, hook that I built. I am thinking about releasing in open source because it's using a system called Hyperlane, which does, cross-chain messages. I'm going to share the link here so you guys see what that is about. And I may even try to. Okay, you know what? I can see. Maybe I can try to find one transaction and show you guys the full thing. And where that is really cool is it's really kind of a way to get cross-chain, messaging, literally. Between a lock and another contract. So give me 1 second. I'm trying to find an example of dispatch ID. I think that's the one. So, and I'm going to share my screen. Okay, Explorer. And they did sell a bunch of these. So hopefully, yes. Ooh. So let me share my screen. Okay, cool. All right.
Can we help them sell more?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to advertise this, we should definitely advertise this as the DAO. But okay,
yes,
so that's the checkout. I already have one, so it shows me the thing. But actually, you know what I'm gonna do is this.
I can share my screen. I have it up if you want to. You want me to show?
Yeah, why not? Actually, that's not a bad idea. I realized. Oh, yes. No, actually, let me share my screen because I can disconnect. So,
okay,
you see, the membership is about $162,000. Yes, it's worth about $700. $162,000 of the Coinage coin, right? I'm not going to show you the checkout. You know how checkout works, right? If I go all the way, either I pay with Coinage coins or I pay with another currency that gets swapped into Coinage coins, right? You get that. It's something that is not new. You've seen this before. I hope everybody remembers this. Now I'm going to show you on their contract. So if you make a purchase, that's actually an example transaction that was sent 3 days ago. I did not do that. And what happens here, and there's a ton of stuff happening, but somebody paid 163,000 Coinage, which I think actually they paid in Coinage coins. They didn't even pay in another currency. But what's interesting about this, and you'll have to be technical here, but there's a message that is being passed. This one, and I'm using the Hyperlane interface, and you see this message that's the same here. It shows on one side the original transaction, which happened on Base. That's the one that I just showed you. And if I click here, it's going to be the same thing that I just showed you a couple seconds ago. And you see on the other side, it has another blockchain transaction, this time on Ethereum mainnet, right? So this one triggered that one on Ethereum mainnet, and that's because of the new hook that I built. And if we go inspect this one, you see that one of the Coinage Media NFT, token ID number 2, was transferred to this address. And that's kind of, I don't want to say magic, because nothing is ever magic, but it's actually pretty cool to imagine that you can do something on one chain that triggers something else on a different chain from a hook. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It's almost like a domino effect.
Yes, exactly. And here it's a combination of the typical unlock thing where you price with a currency. Let me see if I can see people buying with a different currency.
Actually, for me, the checkout shows up with different currencies I can pay in.
Yeah. Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, let me show. Yeah.
And it does this obviously because you might not have Coinage coins in your wallet, right?
Exactly. I do not have, right? It's also saying here so.
Yep.
And wait, let me make this bigger.
Yep.
And so it recommends, I pay with ETH on Base, or USDC on Ethereum, or USDC on Base, or anything else. Pay with Up, right?
You can even pay with Up. Because I have it. Exactly.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool that there is no limit. And I think this is also what, like, at least Stacey and I really want to show during Dev Connect when we have people mint different things.
Yep.
We want them to show, because one of the ideas that Jonathan actually had, who's also here with us, is he said, hey, can't we make a raffle and sell tickets to a raffle? I'm like, we can do anything with Unlock. Of course we can set up a raffle.
Of course, yes.
So yeah, that's what we're going to do among the other things that, and then we will have one page.
Yep.
Actually, probably the beacons page, if we cannot get it on the website set up, the beacons page, where we have this whole quest line laid out for people to go to. But if we can, update this on the website, that would be even better. But I'm not sure if we can because there is so much still to do. But anyways, it would be, this is great news with the Coinage, guys. Congratulations to building this hook. And yes, we should talk about this. Would it be okay if Gosman reaches out to you, because he's really good at writing those articles, and maybe he feels like writing another one about this really cool collab?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's an amazing idea. We should definitely do this. And the guy who run Coinage is Zach Guzman. So that's Guzman and Guzman. We should definitely connect these guys.
Guzman and Guzman. That's funny. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, one more update that is actually coming from. We're using Unlock. Actually, this is the whole premise of doing this. But essentially, Manuel, Elias, myself, and Kirsty, we're handing in for base batches. I think I told you guys. We have like 3.5 days left, so we're definitely on the latter end of this, but I think we can still make it. If you guys can leave a heart on the Devfolio project, it's not yet complete, so don't click all the links. You're not going to see all that is actually in the works. But we can update this until the last minute, so we will obviously make use of that. So
and
please
this is
leave
on
a
the
heart
builder
in the
track?
comments. Yeah, this is just on the builder track because obviously we're building the MVP right now. It's not already a live product, right? So we're not on the startup track. And so just to explain it in a few words, what this does is it allows people to mint an NFT creature, basically with Unlock, right? We have 10 different creatures that people can mint, and every token idea that gets generated becomes its own connection to Aave protocol. So whenever people feed their little creature so it doesn't die, hopefully, right, then that fodder gets transferred into Aave protocol and generates yield. It's like the app is called Minify because it's about it's about engaging with DeFi on the most minimum level, right? But still get people into the idea of, hey, I can actually, use these tools now, even though it's extremely gamified and including a lot of the technical stuff from people, right? But anyways, it's an idea. It fits with the Alana project and the lore and the education that we're doing there. So I figured, why not try and build this? And then Manuel said, hey, you know what? There's actually base batches coming up. We should make it a thing for then. And he just came back from Bolivia. So also, hi, cutie pie. Finally, someone cute in our DAO call. That's just messing with you guys.
So Web3 Tamagotchi, is that what we're okay?
So yeah. Oh, good. Anyways, that is it. And nothing else from my side, I think. Does anyone have anything else you want to share, tell, say? Trix is soon going to start taking over calls, so be prepared. It's happening. Maybe even as early as next week. We will never know until we know. But he will get there.
The only thing I want to add is I had the privilege of being on the working group for the marketing and communications team, and those socks are going to be sexy AF. Just want to say that.
Oh my god, I can't believe you decided to use the word sexy for those socks, because I think they're just adorable and cute. They look like little sprinkles, like these sugar sprinkles. So yeah, anyways, yeah, no, they're gonna be sick as fuck, of course. That's the wording. All right, guys, I see you later in the chats. Have a great Tuesday, rest of it Tuesday, and anything comes up, just poke and ping and message in the chats.
Let me know about the Ichi thing if you can, when you can. I would love to check that out. Bye,
the Ichi thing, yeah, I will text them now. Yes.
Buenas tardes.
Bye for now.
Bye.